Hi guys, and I am back with another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. And, well, time to go in and face Arcana. Oh yeah, before also, this is the password machine. On pretty much every Yu-Gi-Oh! Card there's a password on it. Pretty much you put it into this machine, put the password into this machine, and then pretty much you put the password into this machine, and then whatever card the password is to, it goes into the card shop, and then you can buy it. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But we go in here. This is the basement duel chamber. Please sit. Now we shall enjoy our duel together, you and I. Ha ha ha! Surprise! You can't move, can you? This duel's rule. The loser is chopped up. It's a lovely rule that makes this diabolical. I'm a member of the ghouls. Let me test your power. Here I come. Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, in this one, let's see. When you win, whoever wins, the loser, gets sliced up by a rotating axe, or saw, buzzsaw. Yeah, remember how in the anime, 4Kids made it so that it would send your soul to the Shadow Realm? Well, in the manga, and I think also in the Japanese version, Arcana gets his leg sawed a bit, and then he gets his leg sawed a bit, and he bleeds out a bit. And he probably bleeds out and dies. Oh, and also, here we go. This is a place. And deactivate Hinosama, dealing 100 life points to me. But in this place, as you can see how the field isn't like the other place, it's because in duels against certain people, there will be a certain field spell active already. Normally you would activate the field spell and it would happen, but here it's already happened. Basically, this is Yami. It increases attack of shadow monsters and fiends. Well, maybe just shadow monsters, and decreases the attack of light monsters. But what I like about this is a lot of my monsters are shadows. So cards like this, cards like the shadow who controls the dark, Wretched Ghost of the Attic, and Mask of Darkness all get a power boost. And also, by winning this duel, you get a nice card from it. Which, well, it's Arcana. What else would you expect from him to get us a nice card? So pretty much just go through here. And also I did a bit of rearranging. I added a couple new cards to my deck. I'll sacrifice him to summon out my Hunter Spider. And it's pretty much just this. Not too much really happens in the duels until much later when it actually gets a bit more difficult. But as you can see, the duels are pretty quick. I won't really expect this series to last very long, but it'll last a good number of episodes, and as you can see, like, this duel's already over. I did capacity increased by 30, and I got 10,000 Domino. And hey, look at that, I got the Dark Magician. A Slender Magician who's among the best of his kind. His attack and defense are top class. Yeah, a good card. The Dark Magician. What other card would be great for that? I lost. What? It's coming. What? The blade. It's coming closer. Help me. Please block. And I walk over this and unlock him. Oh, saved. God, Merit. So, you appear to be strong somewhat, Anime. You've been an impediment to my plans. Don't think that you'll get off freely. This used-up fool, I will dispose of him. And he's dead. Pretty much, he's dead for all eternity. You leave, come back, he's gone forever. Hey look, I'm touching the buzzsaw, nothing happened. But pretty much, like, all these stuff is pretty easy. As you can see, there's a bunch of weird things, like a marionette thing with an axe. The Iron Maiden. Looks like a guillotine right here. Yeah, but leave, go back in. Previous shop manager got sick, he's gone back home in the country. Yeah, pretty much beforehand, there used to be another guy here, but whatever. There was another guy there before, but after Arcana comes and goes, then he just vanishes saying like, oh, he left. But I got the Dark Magician, so what better way to continue than to put him in my deck. Now I think I'll actually go and actually face what actually start the actual stuff I'm supposed to. I know this game pretty much by heart, so it will go pretty quickly. Right here, this is where you're supposed to go first. You're supposed to battle one of these three people. About this guy. Shall we duel? Okay, it's my turn. And play card face down. I'll just play face down card, see what he does. And I did that because, well, I had accidentally done that. Oh, whatever. Attack the Air Marmot thing. Doesn't truly matter that much, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, here's our light monster. But don't really need him yet. Just continue going and picking out his life points as fast as I can. Pretty much a bunch of these monsters I normally keep throughout the entirety of the game. Like Frog the Gem is something, and Macallion. These are monsters that pretty much last me throughout the entirety of the game. But soon we'll actually get into if I can get a effect monster, I can show you that. But so far nothing has shown up yet. Oh yeah. And also, pretty much whenever you play a card on the field, it always starts up face down. But, which shows the meaning of that R on the card on my Dharma cannon. And whenever it has the E on, the blue square E on it, I mean, it shows that, that you can't do anything else with the card for that turn. Which, basically, all the cards in your hand, unless the opponent or someone activates an effect that shows you your hands, that shows the opponent your hands, all your cards are always have that always have that green R, showing that they're face down. And after you summon a monster, they all have that. All the monsters in your hand, after you summon a monster for a turn, all get that blue E, meaning you can't do anything with them. And pretty much, this is about the end of the duel. And I don't really know why, but I always like to finish off my opponent with whatever is left. And there we go. And I got the Crawling Dragon. And after you do that, you come up here And here's Bones.
You wanted to duel with me? I never turned down anyone's challenge. You look weak enough too. But on one condition, we duel for locator cards. Your locator card is as good as mine.
And I'll do my Shadow Spectre. It'd be a card you'd like. I'll start off with my Nightmare Scorpion and pretty much attack him. Pretty much as duels go on, people will get more stronger cards. Cards that have more than 1,000 attack points. And when that happens, it'll be a lot more difficult. But knowing this game, it'll be a lot easier once you know certain things. And here's one of my favorite cards in here. Morrifen. Morrifen has always been one of my favorite cards in this game. And it's pretty fun to do too. Outside my little Chimera, which will attack and kill. Pretty much all of this is not too difficult, to be honest. If you guys want to try it and play along, go right ahead. As you can see, this turn, it's all over for my opponents. And Bones is done for. And this is supposed to be a technical boss battle. Pumpkin of Ghosts was obtained. It's my loss. My ultimate ghost deck was laid to rest. And I got a locator card. And I also got the card. I'll show you in just a minute after I take out a card. I got the card, Pumpkin of the Ghosts. A ghostly pumpkin with the ability to power up a player's armored zombie, dragon zombie, and clown zombie in play. I don't have any of those cards, but who cares? Still another good card. And after you face Bones, come up here.
Don't you think you can beat me?
And here's a little child. And if you recognize this little child, he's one of the brothers of Esperoba. Pretty much, you have to face him before you face Esperoba, as you could probably guess. And here we go. Here's an introduction. Pretty much, as you saw, my monster was a Fiend type monster, just like my Saber Slasher. My opponent has Magician of Faith, which is a Light monster. Light monsters defeat Fiend monsters. And I'll just summon out my Morphing Jar. But this monster is a Shadow monster, so it would automatically beat his Magician of Faith. Pretty much with these, what happens is even if attack points don't count when it comes to like the types. So my opponent could have a monster with 5,000 attack points and be a Shadow monster. It could be a Fiend monster. And if I have a Light monster, my Light monster automatically defeats it, even if it has 0 attack points, and nothing bad happens to me. But since my Morphing Jar beats it, as you can see, right where instead of showing the attack and stuff, it just shows the Shadow and Light. It means that one monster is more powerful than the other one by sheer typing. Though if you beat it and the attack is higher, of course the attack gets taken down too. It gets a bit confusing at times, but as you go through it, it'll be a bit easier to understand. Let's see, I took down his Magician of Faith, which was pretty much the only threat against me. Oh, and there you go. There's something. My Penguin Soldier lost to his Lightning Conjurer because, well, it was a water monster versus an electric monster. What would you expect? Kind of like Pokemon, except, well, more effective. There's Dark Hole. Don't really use it much, unless I need to. But I only use it unless my opponent summons out like a really strong monster that I have no hope of beating unless I activate it. But pretty much, he's at the ropes. It doesn't really matter what other monster I play, I win. And I got a Psychic Kappa. Huh. Pretty cool.
Wow, big brother! I'm getting my big brother to beat up on you.
Oh, Esperoba coming? Nope.
Don't you think you can beat me?
And his other young brother. Oh, and here's a... I'm going to discard this card and summon Skull Angel. I'll activate its effect. It allows me to draw a card from my deck. I got Doron, and well, that was an effect. And next turn, I'll show my Doran's effect. And the reason I discarded the card was because in this one, you can have only 5 cards at the most. If you have 5 cards in your hand at the end of your turn, in the next turn, you just don't draw. But some of these cards actually have effects. In the normal game, some of these cards would have effects, but in this one, some don't. In this one, some cards have effects that in the normal game don't. Like Morphing Jar. Normally its effect is you play it face down. When it gets flipped face up, its effect activates, and then once effect activates, pretty much what happens is you and your opponent both discard your hands and you draw 5 cards each. Doron normally doesn't have an effect, but in this one, it makes a second version of itself. And also, after you activate an effect of a monster, you cannot do anything else with it during that turn. So it's best to use effects early on in the duel, and oh, he has a La Leon. But unlucky for him, I have my Pumpkin of the Ghosts. Take down that La Leon, and Pumpkin of the Ghosts takes down a lot of his health. A lot of his life points. And I really hope that all of you are understanding this. If you just don't have any idea of what's really going on, feel free to leave a comment saying what's this game, how does it work, and I'll try to explain it again as best I can. But pretty much this other duel is pretty much over. Pumpkin of the Ghost attacks and Skull Angel attacks. And I beat this guy. And I got Kaminari Zaro. Or Kaminari Kozu. Okay. Wow, big brother, I'm getting my big brother beat up on you. Yeah. And here comes Esperoba. Foo, how foolish of you! PPP, I shall win. Yeah. Yeah, he's another main character. Even though he was only a season 2 main character. Yeah, you see him and he had a Lightning Conjurer. Yeah, the thing with the Esperoba brothers, they all have electric they all have electric monsters, so water monsters aren't the best against them. So I shouldn't have really summoned my water monster. But whatever. As soon as you really get everything down, it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, summon Abyss Flower. And Forest beats, and the Forest, as I accidentally said in the last episode, well, really, it's Forest beats Wind, Wind beats Earth, then Earth beats Electric, then Electric beats Water, Water beats Fire, Fire beats Forest, or Lightning, or whatever. The Inexperienced Spy. Yeah, that's one of the cards in which, as you now see, my hand, aside from my new Bolt Escargot, aside from that card, all my cards don't have the R on it, meaning they're all revealed, meaning that you can see all my cards at any time. Also my Hunter Spider and just annihilate them. Honestly, all this is extremely simple to learn once you get the hang of it. And this duel is pretty much over. And I have won this duel. Duel victory. And I got the card Jinzo. Unfortunately, the cost is too high for this card. What? I lost? I don't believe it. How could I lose? And they run away like little babies. But I got a little care card. But guess what? I go back. Hey, look, they're all there again. But right now, as you can see, I have 3 out of 6 little care cards. My deck capacity is now, instead of 1600, it's now 1710. And my duelist level is now 108. And I have 12,389 money. Or, yeah, Domino. I don't know why the money is called Domino. Maybe because that's in the city. But going back to your house, why apparently the only place in your house you can go to is your bedroom, which you leave the gate open. Pretty much you just go to your computer, you save here, and that's the end of it. And in the next episode, I will continue on and face more people, I guess. Well, I will see you guys later. And in the end, may the grace of the Val protect you. Bye.